Welcome to Unit 3B, Triangles. This is Section 2 on midsegments. Okay, we are going to do this part in class, so I want you to skip down to this part. So what is a triangle midsegment? So a midsegment of a triangle is a segment that is connecting the midpoints of two sides of the triangle. So if you look at this triangle ABC, if you look at side AB, if you found the midpoint, it would be point D. Then if you found the midpoint of side BC, it would be E, because these two are congruent. Okay, so we have two midpoints, and if you connect them, that is called a midsegment. Okay, so DE in this picture is a midsegment. Okay, so basically just find two midpoints of two sides of a triangle, connect them, you have created a midsegment. Okay, so the triangle midsegment theorem says if a segment joins the midpoint of two sides, then the segment is going to be parallel to the third side and half as long. So when we see this midsegment, we know it's parallel to the base of AC. Okay, that third side. And then we know that that length will be half as long as the side AC. Okay, so using the diagram above, if DE is the midsegment, which it is, then we know that the midsegment DE is parallel to the side AC. And then we know that DE is going to be half the length of AC. So for instance, if DE was 5, AC would be 10. So we can use these two properties to find some things out about triangles. So let's look at example 1. It says identify all pairs of parallel segments. Well, if you look at these are all the midpoints of the sides. So we have three midsegments. We have this midsegment, XW. So that will be parallel to this side right here, RS. Then we have midsegment XY, which will be parallel to segment QS. And then lastly, we have midsegment WY, and that will be parallel to segment QR. There you go. So let's go to number 3. It says if L, M, and N are all midpoints. So L is a midpoint. M is a midpoint, so that marks those congruent, and N is a midpoint. Okay, so we have three midsegments. The length PR is 46 degrees, so let's find PR. All of this is 46 units long. PQ is 40 units long, and LN is 17 units long. So we want to find each measure. So the first one it asks for is LM. Okay, LM is a midsegment. It is parallel to PR. So LM is going to be half of PR. PR is 46. So we're going to take half of that, which is 23 units long. Okay, MN is this midsegment. It is parallel to PQ. So it's going to be half the length of PQ. So half of 40, which is 20 units. Okay, now we're going to look at QR. QR is a side length, so find its midsegment that it's parallel to, which is LN. So it's going to be double the length of 17, since the midsegment is half of the side length. So if you go the other way around, you're going to double it. So 17 times 2 is 34 units. And lastly, we have the length of MR. Well, if we have M as a midpoint in QR, the whole length is 34. So MR is going to be half of 34 since QM and MR are congruent. So half of 34 is 17. All right, I want you to try number 4. We will go through that in class. Okay, please go to number 5. Okay, so in number 5, we have the midsegment right here, and we have the side that it's parallel to. Now remember, the midsegment equals half of the base of the side that it's parallel to, okay? Or you can think of it as if you multiply both sides by 2, the midsegment times 2 equals the side that it's parallel to. So if I just take double this length right here, so I'm going to take 2 times 7x and set it equal to 17x minus 18. Okay, you're going to get 14x equals 17x minus 18. Now we can solve for x. So I'm going to subtract 17x on both sides. And we get negative 3x equals negative 18. Divide by negative 3. And you're going to get x equals 6. Okay. Let's try number 7. Okay. It says find the length of DE. So DE is right here. It is 4x plus 1. Okay. And then the side that it's parallel to is 11x minus 21. But these are not equal. Remember the midsegment. If you take that times 2, you will get the length of the side it's parallel to. So if we take that times 2, we're going to use distributive properties. So we'll get 8x plus 2 equals 11x minus 21. Now we can solve for x. I'm going to move the x on one side, so I'm going to subtract 8x on both sides. I'm going to get 2 equals 3x minus 25. Then I'm going to add 25 on both sides. You're going to get 27 equals 3x. Now we're just going to divide by 3. We get x equals 9. But it wants us to find the length of DE, so we're going to plug x equals 9 back in. So you're going to get 4 times 9 plus 1, which is 37 units. All right, I want you to try number 8 and try number 9. So we are going to go through number 9, number 8, number 4, yes, in class. Okay, so go ahead and try those based on what we just talked about. Have a great day.